न सदासिन्नो सदासि तदानीं नासिद्रजो नो व्योमा परो यत् किमावरीवः कुह कस्य शर्मन्नम्भः किमासीत् गहनं गभीरं सृष्टि से पहले सत नहीं था असत भी नहीं अंतरिक्ष भी नहीं आकाश भी नहीं था छिपा था क्या कहाँ किसने ढका था उस पल तो अगम अतल जल भी कहाँ था।
Picture a time when the world was young, a civilization was taking shape along the banks of Indus River. This was the time when cities were being born and unique civilization was taking form. It was the dawn of the Indus Valley civilization, one of the world's oldest, dating back to 5,000 years ago. This civilization, with its well-planned cities like Harappa and Mohenjo-daro, is the testament of the extraordinary vision of its people. They had a refined sense of urban planning, with roads intersecting at right angles and houses equipped with drainage system. They invented a script, the mystery of which still eludes us. They were traders, crafters, and visionaries, whose practices laid the foundation for the economic system we see today. The seed of a rich culture were sown, setting a stage for the civilization that would leave an unforgettable mark on the world. As century passed, so did the rise of the greatest dynasties, and with them the creation of the India's epic tale. The Maurya and the Gupta dynasty stands as a towering pillar in India's rich past. The Maurya dynasty, founded by Chandragupta Maurya, the era of Gupta dynasty, often termed as the Golden Age of India, witnessed the intellectual and artistic blossom like never before. During this dynastic period, profound Hindu epics, the Mahabharata and Ramayana, were composed. These grand narratives, teeming the heroic princes, malevolent villains, and divine interventions, have significantly shaped India's culture and spiritual ethos. They continue to inspire countless retelling and adaptations, cementing their place in the hearts of millions. These were the golden age of Indian history, where culture, spirituality, and intellect intervened. The ancient Indians were not just great storytellers, they were also pioneers in the field of science and mathematics. These early scholars made the groundbreaking studies that continues to influence the modern world. In the field of mathematics, they introduced the concept of zero, a seemingly simple idea that revolved the mathematical calculations and paved the way for the development of algebra and calculus. In the field of medicine, they developed Ayurveda, the science of life and longevity, which remains one of the world's oldest holistic healing system. This ancient practice emphasizes the balance of mind, body, and the spirit, and continues to be practiced today. Turning the stars, the Indian astronomer Aryabhatta made the significant advancement in astronomy. His work laid the foundation for the understanding of the lunar and solar eclipse and the rotation of the earth on its axis. In the heartland of ancient India, two profound Indian philosophies took shape: Buddhism and Jainism, born from the quest for truth and liberation. These philosophies challenged the established norms and offered new path for spiritual enlightenment. Buddhism originated from the teachings of Siddhartha Gautama. The Buddha emphasized the middle path, a life modernized away from extremes. Its core principle, like Four Noble Truths and the Eightfold Path, addressed the suffering. On the other hand, Jainism, founded by Mahavira, stressed on non-violence and truth. It promoted a disciplined life with emphasis on personal efforts to progress the soul towards divine consciousness. These philosophies were not just confined to India, they spread across continents, carried by monks. From the snowy peaks of Himalayas, lush islands of Indonesia, Buddhism and Jainism left an unforgettable mark on the societies influencing art, culture, and governance. These philosophies extended beyond the Indian boundaries, influencing the spiritual landscape of East and South Asia. The echoes of ancient India resonate even today in traditions and practices and the lives of millions. The legacy of the ancient civilization, one of the oldest and most enduring, it's not confined. The traditions and practices rooted in ancient windows like yoga and Ayurveda transcended borders and found global acceptance, seekers of truth and knowledge. Finally, the ancient India, a civilization of timeless window, continues to shape our world in the way we continue to discover.
जहाँ डाल डाल पर सोने की चिड़ियाँ करती हैं बसेरा, वो भारत देश है मेरा, वो भारत देश है मेरा। जहाँ डाल डाल पर सोने की चिड़ियाँ करती हैं बसेरा, वो भारत देश है मेरा, वो भारत देश है मेरा। जहाँ सत्य अहिंसा और धर्म का पग पग लगता डेरा, वो भारत देश है मेरा, वो भारत देश है मेरा। जय भारत, जय भारत, जय भारत, जय भारत। ये धरती वो जहाँ ऋषि मुनि जपते प्रभु नाम की माला।
24 दिन 240 मील की यात्रा, एक वृद्ध फकीर का हाथ में लाठी लिए दुनिया के सबसे शक्तिशाली साम्राज्य को चुनौती देने के लिए निकल पड़ा। इस अद्भुत दृश्य में कुछ ऐसा जादू था कि देश भर में लोगों का मन आंदोलित हो उठा।
A moment comes, which comes but rarely in history, when we step out from the old to the new, when an age ends, and when the soul of a nation, long suppressed, finds utterance. It is fitting that at this solemn moment we take the pledge of dedication to the service of India and her people, and to the still larger India will awake to life and freedom.
In 1947, as India gained independence, a new nation emerged from the shadows of colonial rule. With partition came pain, but also hope. The journey had just begun. The world watched as India took its first step as a free nation. On 26th January 1950, the Constitution came into the force, and India became the world's largest democracy, committed to justice, liberty, and equality. In 1951, India held its first general elections. Millions of voices were heard, shaping the nation's future. In 1966, Indira Gandhi became India's first female Prime Minister, a symbol of strength, whose leadership would guide the nation through many challenges. In 1974, India made its mark on the global stage with the first nuclear test with the code name of Smiling Buddha, showcasing its growing scientific power. In 1990, brought change as India opened its economy, leading to rapid growth and integration into a global market. As a new era began, India's IT sector boomed, making a country a global technology leader. In 2014, Shri Narendra Modi became the Prime Minister, launching initiatives like Digital India and Make in India to drive progress and development. In 2020, the COVID-19 pandemic tested India's resilience, but the nation emerged strong, focused on recovery. India emerged as a global leader by developing and manufacturing vaccines, notably through the Serum Institute of India and efforts with initiatives like Vaccine Maitri, supplying vaccine over 90 countries. India also showcased digital innovation with CoWIN platform for effective vaccine management and continued to be the world's largest supplier for generic medicines, providing essential drugs and medical supplies worldwide, reinforcing its position as a responsible global partner. In 2022, India celebrated 75 years of independence, reflecting on its journey of growth and excellence. As we look to the future, India stands as the cusp of a new possibilities. The successful mission of Chandrayaan-3 is just one example of how the nation continues to push the boundaries of science and technology. With a population of over 1 billion, a vibrant economy, and a rich cultural heritage, India is poised to lead the world into a new era of global progress.